How are we doing, everybody? So, welcome to Recovery Lab TV. Um, Today's session is going to be all about recovery. Okay, so that's going to involve some stretching, mobility, and kind of some potential yoga moves if you want to put it in any classification, if you will. Okay, so it's just going to be all about kind of relaxing the body, relaxing the mind, kind of mobilizing the body, and kind of really getting us kind of loose and recovered. Okay, so that's the aim of today's session. How are we all doing? We all okay? Morning, everybody. Chuck, say hello in the comment section so I know who's here. How are we doing? So at the moment we're live streaming over Instagram and YouTube. So let me know how you're finding it. Go Kim, she's just got back from a run. It's absolutely beautiful outside, isn't it? You know, how was your run? Hope you had a good one. So yeah. Is everybody having a good morning so far? So whilst you're all getting ready and setting up, okay, you're going to need some sort of yoga block, okay. If you don't have a yoga block and you have some sort of raised object, whether it's a box from some packaging, from something you ordered, whether it's a stack of pillows, and you kind of want to use those, okay, you're not necessarily weight bearing on it, okay, it's just going to help you with some of the stretches that you do, okay. And you're going to need some sort of strap. I've got a yoga strap, okay. You can use a towel if you have a long beach towel, okay, you can tie that around your feet. You can have a dog lead, a belt. It's just something that's going to give your arm a little bit of length so you can tie it around your foot, pull it into submission, if you will, and increase that stretch over time, okay? So whilst you're getting yourself ready, run around your house, grab those things, okay? Make sure you get a glass of water or a bottle of water, okay? Because it is warm. And you're going to kind of feel that, all right? Some of you are going to be dehydrated from the evening, okay? So just make sure you're kind of rehydrating. If you want a little towel for yourself, although it won't be an intense session, grab yourself a little towel now whilst we're waiting and getting ready, okay? How are you all feeling so far? Is everything making sense so far? Good. Good. Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to get a little glass of water a second. So there we go. Got my glass of water. Okay, ready for the day ahead. Brilliant. So, for those who don't know, okay, we're also streaming on YouTube, okay, the Recovery Lab channel, so Recovery Lab TV. If you're interested in watching on that platform, okay, it gives you laptops and smart TVs, okay. So if you want a bigger screen, okay, and so on, by all means, switch over to that platform. By the end of this week, we're going to be transitioning over to it. So all the Instagram live sessions will cease, and naturally we'll be starting pushing YouTube live going on there. It just gives you a greater platform and greater ways of seeing and interacting with one, the class, two, the session, and then you don't get all these pop-ups coming up the video, which I've been told can be quite frustrating at times. This way you get that kind of comment section on the side, get a beautiful crisp image of myself. So by all means, choose whichever platform you want. If you can, hit that subscribe button, okay? It's going to let you know all the content that we push out, okay? And grow over the future. Let us know what type of content you kind of want to see, okay? The more you let us know, the more I can help you as individuals, okay? So if you want to see stretching videos, if you want to see technique videos, if you've got random questions and you just want me to answer them, let me know, because the more information I get off you guys, the more I can help you, okay? So have yourself a brilliant class, okay? So if you haven't already, get yourself a little block, okay? It can, like I said, doesn't have to be a yoga block, okay? It can be a stack of pillows. It could even be like a little care package that you had delivered and you've still got the box for, okay? You're not necessarily weight bearing on it, okay? And some form of yoga strap, okay? It can be a belt, it can be a towel, it can be a dog lead if you have a dog lead, okay? You're not tying your leg too tight, okay? But it's just enough to kind of help you assist you into that stretch. And then most importantly, because of the hot weather, get yourself a drink so you can maintain that hydration, okay? And keep nice and healthy and hydrated, okay? So with all that being said, okay, set yourself up, set yourself ready, draw it back a little, okay? What you're gonna do, you're gonna sink your feet nice and flat and then sit yourself up like that, okay? Putting your weight into your hips. If the pressure is a bit too much, okay, you're gonna pull yourself off a little, okay? What it looks like from the side is nice flat ankles, okay? Nice tall body like that, okay? And you're trying to get your feet as flat as you can. Depending on your flexibility, you'll feel a stretch up here, okay? If it is a bit too much, just bring a bit of weight off your legs, okay? And then naturally, as you get more flexible and able to tolerate it, okay, you're trying to look up to come up nice and tall with a straight back, okay? So that's it from the side. Just gently hold that pose a second, okay? From there, you're keeping your hips in this position as you walk your hands coming down, nice and flat, stretching out, trying to elongate, so lengthen those arms and those shoulders as much as you possibly can. Just like so, okay? Hips are still in the same position, okay? Lengthening that back, stretching those arms and shoulders out, okay? You should feel a lovely stretch all along your back, into the sides of your back and into that armpit as you're stretching out nice and gentle, okay? So big deep breaths. Nice, long, big deep breaths. Nice and gentle, good job. So take a big deep breath in. Gently breathing it out. As you breathe it out, slide up into a lovely little box shape, okay? Pushing away from the floor, okay? So arcing that back as best as you can. You're really stretching it out. So from there, curving it, softening the elbow. Trying to push your chest out, trying to push your bum out. Squeeze that spine together. Squeeze those back muscles as much as you can. Your elbows are slightly off the floor. So nice and gentle. From there, coming back up again. Again, pushing away. Squeezing your tummy together. Pushing your shoulder blades apart. And then again, gently squeezing the opposite side. Pushing your chest out. Pushing your bum out. Good. From there, going gently back into that pose. Just like so. Bring your feet down as much as you can. Lengthen those arms. Good. From there, coming up. Okay, as you do come up, okay, you're going to bring one leg up as much as you can, okay? So your back knee is gently on the floor, okay? You can see mine. There it is. Okay, back knee's gently on the floor, okay? You've got a lovely little right angle coming here. Ideally, your wrists are right next to that ankle joint, okay? And you're trying to push your chest down, okay? Trying to draw your hip. Ideally, your wrists are right next to that ankle joint, okay? And you're trying to push your chest down, okay? Trying to draw your hip down by squeezing that bum if you can, okay? So just like so. push the chest out, squeeze your back, draw your hips down. Okay, from there, you're going to rotate this arm around as much as you can, creating a straight line from these fingertips all the way down to the floor, just like so. Keep looking at that hand if you can. It's going to help with the rotation. Big deep breaths. Good, nice and gentle. Good, gently coming down, okay? This one's a tricky one, okay? Planting that inside hand directly underneath that shoulder, okay? What you're gonna do is gonna rotate this side. Now, some of you are gonna be challenged on your balance, okay? Some of you are gonna need to, if you're really struggling with this hand, a little further in, okay? It's gonna help you rotate a little bit more, but ideally you're looking for that straightness in the shoulder, okay? So, big rotation round, slow and steady as you do to keep your balance, okay? And you should feel it. Challenge that balance as much as you can. That's it. Big deep breath. Feeling it, opening up that hip. There, 3, 2, 1. Gently coming back around. From there, drawing the leg. You want that foot as flat as you can. Just going to do some little groin openers, okay? So just a little draw out, little draw back in, okay? Nice and gently. That's perfect. Good. Notice how my feet are still flat to that floor, okay? So as much as I'm drawing that leg out, okay, my heel is still down, my feet are still down. So I'm actively pushing down with my big toe as I draw out. That's perfect, okay? So from there, this outside arm, you're gonna bend, okay? So now my elbow is in line with the rear of my heel, okay? And I'm holding that position. Again, I'm going out this side, okay? Rotate as much as I can. Big deep breaths as you're holding that position. That's brilliant. So from there, bending the hand, okay? Bending at the elbow, hands going on the back of the head. What I'm going to try and do now is get my elbow to the floor, and then I'm going to rotate back around, okay? So I'm literally tapping the floor, gently moving around, creating that mobility. That's it, perfect. Okay, keep it going. That's it, final 2. On the last one, if you can, drop your elbow down and then drop your forearm down, if possible, okay? If you can't, just bring it as close to the floor as you can, okay? You want to bring that inside arm as close to that foot as you possibly can, and then that way your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders, your forearms are facing forward, and your foot is still facing forward, okay? So big deep breaths. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, gently coming up, nice and relaxed, gently taking the pressure off, leaning backwards, okay? From there, you're going to come back down again, okay? You're going to bring the opposite leg up. Now, just be aware that sometimes you don't always have the same flexibility in one leg that you do in the other, okay? So just be aware of that as you go into these moves, okay? So, from there, okay, again, it's really important that you have your rear of the heel in line with your wrist, in line with your inside wrist, okay? So everything is wrist, elbow, shoulder, okay? Vice versa, so you all have this lovely symmetry that you're aiming for, okay? So as your foot is there, okay, you're driving that heel down into the floor, this big toe, because it controls all the others, okay? And you are rotating that inside arm as much as you can, all right? Keeping that straight line. You don't want to over rotate. Some of you will have the flexibility too, okay? But we're all about achieving straight lines here. So it's nice and in line. Good, big deep breaths. And draw that hip down a little bit, feel that stretch. And your hip flexors a little bit more. Good, gently bring that arm down, okay? So same with balance. Okay, naturally, you may have found it easier or harder, okay, on the inside. This time you're gonna slowly rotate round, okay? As fast as you can, looking towards there. Me, I'm a little tight to this side, so I get to feel it a little bit more, okay? If you're really struggling, bring that arm ever so slightly in, okay? It's gonna help you give yourself a little bit more stability. If you can now, keep it by the foot, okay? And then that way you can achieve that straight line as you're rotating around. That's it, big deep breaths. Trying to balance as best as you can, so try and ride that wobble out. That's it, 3, 2, 1. Gently bring it back down, okay? So from there, bring that elbow down. So now the elbow is in line with the rear of the heel, okay? And swing that inside arm around again, stretching up as tall as you can. That's it, brilliant job. Perfect. Really good. That's it, bending the elbow, placing your hand on the back of your head, you're going to rotate round, aim to tap the floor, back around, aim to extend and open up the chest, okay? Big draw out. It's going to be really tough for some of you, okay, but it's going to really help open up the shoulders, open up your thoracic spine, kind of really generate and create a lot of mobility up in that upper back, okay, which is going to take a lot of lower back pain out of the equation, okay, which may surprise a few of you. There's a massive connection between lack of mobility in the upper spine, okay, and increased tension in the lower spine because it's having to work a little harder, okay. So the big rotations that you're doing, okay, try and do 2 more. So last one. Good, okay. From there, dropping that elbow, bring that hand down, realigning yourself into position, okay, so all elbows are in line, okay, all facing forward, your foot is facing forward, and you're feeling that as best as you can. Big deep breaths. Good, gently extending that nice and tall. Big deep breaths. Okay, loosening that nice and gently. Draw that leg back, bring it to the knees. Extend it up nice and tall. Straighten your hip flexors and kind of almost pushing them forward a little just so you can get that lengthen in the front. Big deep breath. Okay, so from there, what you're going to do, okay, you are either going to come like so, okay, you're going to bring it round up tall, you're going to lift up that back leg, okay, and hold on to that ankle, which you can't really see there, okay, like so, okay, come up nice and tall. You should have a right angle there. You want your knee, hip, and shoulder in line, and you're coming up like so, okay? Now, for some of you, okay, this knee is going to be painful the moment you do that or try to do that, okay? So you may need a cushion. You just want to slide underneath that knee. Some of you won't be able to actually reach your ankle, okay? So this is where these straps come in, right? So all you would need to do is hook your foot around your ankle or your towel, okay? Or whichever lead you have, okay? And you're either sliding it underneath just to give you a bit of rhythm to help lift up. You're putting it over your shoulder as you're there, lifting up that way. And then that way you got something to kind of pull and draw it up. That's going to increase the stretch on this. Or if it's really painful and you have bad knees, okay, what you're going to do is gently lay down. You're going to put one arm in front, you're going to lift up and then pull up, okay? Same with if you need the strap. Again, you're going to pull forward and lift up that way. Trying to keep your leg in line though, okay? So depending on which one you're doing, you're going to bring one leg forward. You're going to hold on to either your foot or the strap. You'll lift up nice and tall, just like so. Put it onto that ankle. From there, you want that perfect right angle here. And notice that I'm going to draw my hip a little further forward, okay, just to increase that stretch. As I then do so, I'm going to pull it up a little tighter and draw down. So I'm going to enhance that stretch on my quad and my hip flexor as I'm there, okay? Again, I'm keeping that right angle. Some of you are going to really be challenged in regards to your balance. It's completely normal, okay? So big deep breaths. If you are struggling with your balance, either hold on to a slight object on the side that your leg is forward, or try and focus on something in the distance that isn't moving, and that'll help you as well, okay? So big deep breaths. Keep holding it. If you can, lift the leg up a little bit more. Get that stretch going. So slowly, very slowly relax and shake it out, okay? From there, swap the sides. Okay, so if you use those straps, you're gonna swap it over onto the other leg, nice and gently. If you're laying down whilst doing this exercise, again, you're gonna continue laying down, or try it on the opposite side. You never know, you might have more flexibility or more tolerance in that knee. Again, if you need to use a cushion, use the cushion underneath that knee just to add a little bit more support. Okay, and that's going to help you a little bit more as you do it, okay? So from there, making sure that front knee is achieving that right angle. You're going to lift up a little taller, okay? Now, depending on your strap, you may be holding yours up here as opposed to in front of you, but it all comes down to how long that strap is in regards to you, okay? So big deep breaths, draw your hip forward, feel your hip flexor open up, and then try your best to pull that knee up as tall as you can to your bum. And big deep breaths. Try to keep that chest up as tall as you can, nice and proud, as you're steadily breathing, okay? So think long, big deep breaths, try to relax as much as you can, trying to draw down into it, it's in front and the eyesight. Yeah, 10 seconds, nice and gentle. Big deep breath, keep pulling up. 3, 2, 1. Gently relax. Bringing yourself down. Coming down like so, okay? So, this next one, work in a similar way, okay? You'll be laying on the floor. It's called an iron cross, okay? You'll be bringing both arms out like so. You'll lift up one leg, okay? You'll draw on the outside, rolling that body over, trying your best to focus on this side, keeping that shoulder down, okay? So if you're coming up, but your knee is down and your shoulder's off, draw back with that shoulder, even if the knee comes up, okay? So it's more important for those shoulders to be on the floor than that knee, okay? From there, you're putting up, even if the knee comes up, okay? So it's more important for those shoulders to be on the floor than that knee, okay? From there, you're putting up pressure on the knee itself, you're putting pressure on the thigh, okay? Okay, so that femur. From there, that back leg, what you're going to do is lift it up towards your bum like you did in the previous exercise, and you're going to try and hold onto that ankle, okay? So if you're struggling again, grab your straps, hook that foot on, and then give it a little pull up as much as you can, and then from there, you're holding that knee foot on, and then give it a little pull up as much as you can, and then from there, you're holding that knee, drawing down, and effectively, you're holding the same position as you were just a second ago in that previous exercise. But what this is going to do is going to challenge that upper back a little bit more in that rotation as you're there, okay? Perfect. What I'll do, I'll spin around. Keep holding that position, okay? I'll spin around so you can get a leg perspective. That's over there. So it's drawing up, it's rotating over, bringing your foot to your bum, making sure that knee is nice and straight, and you're laying down, gluing those shoulders down as best as you can. Like so. Like so. That's it. Big deep breaths. Keep holding. Keep gluing those shoulders down as much as you can. Good. From there, swap the sides. Straightening your back. Before you do so, okay, I want you to lay nice and flat. I want you to bring your arms up and over. I want you to lengthen yourself as much as you can. Kind of neutralize that spine. Stretch it out. So fingertips as tall as you can, feet as tall as you can. You're going to curve your back ever so slightly. Just like so. So lengthening that body. Stretching the shoulders out. Squeezing those ears together. Big deep breaths. So one more big deep breath. Keep squeezing. Good. Gently bringing your arms back down. Lifting up one thigh. Rotating over as best as you can with those hips. Gluing those shoulders down as you do so. Bringing one leg up. Holding it as best as you can. Trying to glue those shoulders down and pulling that knee back. Where you should be feeling it in the shoulders, okay? Should be feeling it in that spine, potentially the rib cage. As you're rotating in the lower leg on the front of the thigh and the hip flexor, where it attaches towards your hip. And with that top leg, should be potentially groin, glutes, and lower back. Big deep breath. Nice and gently. So you lift up a little taller. If you can, separate those legs a little bit more. And breathe as deep as you can into it. Really relax as much as possible. So 2 more. Big deep breaths. Good. Last one. Brilliant job, okay? So, from there, sitting up nice and tall for a second. Okay, what you're going to do is with your towel strap or rope device, if you will, if you want to call it that, okay? What you're going to do is loop it onto your ankle, okay? From there, you'll spin around, you'll then loop it onto your foot. holding it just like so, just like that. Okay, so whether you're using a towel, a piece of rope, a strap, or whatever device, if you want to call it, you're using, you're going to hook it onto your foot like that. Now with this leg has a tendency to relax and drop out like this. Okay, you're going to make sure it rotates and stays directly straight and facing upwards. So you want your knee towards the sky, you want your tiptoes towards the sky. As you lay it down, make sure it is dead straight. Okay, so it's really important. From there, you're going to try and straighten that leg. Now, depending on your flexibility, you're going to pull it as far forward as you possibly can. You're going to feel the hamstring lengthen coming up the thigh. And then just take it as tall as you can. You may feel it start to tremor. That's absolutely fine. Just be careful with the stretch. You don't want to pull yourself too hard so you can't cause any damage. You're just going to want to help stretch that muscle with your straps, okay? Just be very careful with it, because you're putting your hamstring in a very vulnerable position, okay? Some of you may notice that my leg is starting to tremor. That's completely fine. It's just a neural response to it stretching and not liking this position that much. And then relax as much as you can. So big, deep breath. Good, nice and gentle. A little bit more if you can, 10 seconds. Big pull in. That's it, keep holding it. 3, 2, 1. Gently lowering that leg. Taking the strap off the foot, okay, putting it around the ankle. You're going to lift up nice and tall. You're going to rotate over the top. You're going to lift up as tall as you can. Putting that hand out, holding that strap. Placing that other arm out nice and straight. That lower leg is as straight as you can. And then you're rotating this and pulling it up as much as you can. Going across the body. If you look to tuck those toes under, you'll get your calf as well. Potentially arch your foot. That's it. Big, deep breaths. Try and ensure both shoulder blades are back down on the floor. Good, gently relaxing from there. Coming up and over, exact opposite side. So again, you're trying to keep this leg, this long stretched out leg, nice and straight. You're trying to keep your spine as straight as you can. Trying to keep that leg out to the side as straight as you can. And then most importantly, glue those shoulder blades down. Nice and tall. You should feel this on the inside of your thighs. As you're stretching. Nice and tall. You should feel this on the inside of your thighs. As you're stretching. So big, deep breath. Good, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gently lowering that leg. Okay, from there, again, bringing your arms up and over, stretching out that spine, pointing those toes, squeezing those ears as much as you can. So it's a slight curve in the lower back. So big, deep breaths. Good. So gently relaxing, fanning your arms back round. From there, what you're going to do, you're going to change the strap over to the other leg and literally repeat the process, okay? So strap is on, foot is hooked up, okay? Again, with this non
stretch out the leg. It's really important that you make sure that knee faces towards the ceiling, those toes face towards the ceiling. My natural response, like most, is to let them relax out there. Okay, you're going to try to engage those hip muscles and just control that leg and keep it into that position. Okay, so as it's stretched out down, okay, try your best to keep it as straight as you can. With this leg, again, trying to keep it as straight as you can. And just nice and gently rock that leg out as best as possible. And then working those hamstrings as much as you can. Good, big deep breath. Good, nice and gentle. Keep relaxing. So a little pull up if you can. So keep drawing that knee back. So feel that tremor. Make sure those toes on the other leg are dead straight. So a little closer to the chest if you can. So big deep breath, slowly coming down. Tapping the floor. Bring it up and across the body. Again, gluing the shoulders down. Straightening that lower leg if you can. Tucking the toes up if you can. It's going to enhance the stretch a little bit more, especially in your calves as you tuck those toes up to you. And then gently breathe it out. Perfect. Big deep breath. Doing amazing, guys. So 10 seconds. Nice and slowly, nice and steadily. 2, 1. Just swinging that leg over the top. Coming around the other side. Nice and slowly bring it out. Pulling those shoulders down. Try and keep that other leg as straight as you can. In line with your shoulder. Yeah, perfect. Big deep breaths now. Yeah, 10 seconds. Try and pull it up a little bit more if you can. Breathing it out. So 3, 2, 1. Good job. Gently lengthening your leg down. Okay, bring it to a nice straight position. Recorrect your spine. Recorrect your shoulders. Bring your arms up and nice and tall. Keeping them off the floor. Squeezing your ears and stretching out as much as you can. It's a slight curve in your lower back. You're pointing your toes. And you're really stretching and lengthening that body. That's it. Big deep breath. Good. Gently sitting up nice and tall. Take your time, especially if you do struggle with blood pressure issues. Chucking that strap off, placing it on the floor. Just like so. From there, okay, going back into the first position that we did, okay? So sinking your hips down, walking your hands out, stretching out, up back again, those shoulders, as much as you can. So that's a big deep breaths, okay? So nice and powerful. In through your nose, out through your mouth. So from there, sliding that arm underneath you, keeping your palm up as tall as you can. You want that arm as straight as you can. The other one as stretched out as possible. And big deep breaths as you rotate that shoulder. So from there, coming back into the middle, reaching out again, coming down for a second. Good. Swapping sides now, reaching through, rotating as best as you can with that shoulder and that arm. Good. Nice and tall, back in the middle, stretching out. From there, you're sliding your arms back to your shoulders, okay? You're going to take one arm out to the side. You're going to then look to drop that shoulder down, looking to push away and rotating towards the other side, facing away from that straight arm. Again, keeping your hips as low as you can as you rotate. Good. Gently rotating back, sliding back, opposite side this time. Again, looking away, pushing away from the floor, feeling it in potentially your shoulders, in the front of your chest. Good. Back into the middle. Okay, from there, you're going to slide your arms up. You're going to come up with your hips, plant your feet so you're up onto your toes, drawing your hips up and your chest down. Trying to bring your heels as close to the floor as you can. Draw those knees back as much as you can to lengthen those hamstrings, that posterior chain. Squeezing that back. From there, coming back into a presser position, drawing your hips down to the floor. Stretching up, try not to drop your head down. Try and lengthen your neck, if you will, as you're coming up nice and tall. Doing amazing, okay? So as tall as you possibly can. Lengthen that spine. Big, deep breaths. You're doing amazing, okay? You're trying to relax as much as possible. Coming back up. Big stretch out. Perfect. Again, slowly coming down. Curving your back the other way. Good, well done. So nice and gently. Draw your hips back this time, keeping down on your knees. Stretching out like so. Good, coming up nice and tall. Changing your position, bringing your feet forward, toes together, pointing towards TV, if you will.
Arms on the back as much as you can. Try and bring your hands together. Nice proud chest. So you get a nice little stretch across here. Big deep breaths. Brilliant. Crossing the knee. Bring your arm up, nice and tall, over the top. Trying to place your hand in between the shoulder blades as you draw the elbow down. Then keeping that spine nice and straight. Good. Swap the sides. And shake it out. Good job. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. If you like the workout, like the video, and let me know how are you all doing. You all okay? Brilliant effort, guys. Brilliant. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling so far? You all okay? Good. So if you like these videos, okay, don't forget to like and click and subscribe to the channel, okay? Don't forget to like and click the video, okay? Let me know, like I said at the start of the video, on the type of content that you want to see that is going to help you, okay? Because I would love to create the stuff that you want and need in your life, okay? That's going to get you a little fitter, a little bit more knowledgeable about how to look after your body, okay? So let me know how you're feeling. Let me know the type of stuff that you kind of need or would like to know a little bit more about, okay? And I will happily create those videos and those content for you, okay? But without you telling me, I may not put out that stuff that you kind of need or want, all right? So have an amazing day. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I hope to see you tomorrow morning for a lower body session. Okay, get outside, enjoy the weather. Okay, it's absolutely stunning. Have an amazing day, and like I say always, okay, if you need me, get in touch. I'm more than happy to help you. Okay, have a lovely one, and I shall see you bright and early tomorrow. Take care.